When a deep romantic connection breaks, the isolation feels absolute. In spiritual circles, this intense grief is called the twin flame separation phase. You are left drifting and disconnected, searching for any explanation as to why someone who felt so aligned is suddenly gone. The internet offers an immediate antidote: the online twin flame community. These spaces provide a narrative for the pain, promising seekers that their heartbreak has a divine purpose and offering a specific roadmap to eventual reunion. However, many who enter these groups find a different result. Instead of finding peace, they experience rising anxiety and a constant preoccupation with external signs. They find themselves in a cycle of emotional obsession and significant financial drain. This funnel illustrates the underlying mechanics at play. Many of these communities operate as an unregulated emotional economy. They take the raw grief of separation, represented by these broken hearts, and process it, ensuring that heartbreak is converted directly into revenue. This business model prioritizes the growth of the community over the resolution of the individual's grief. In this economy, the search for spiritual answers is treated as a commodity to be bought and sold. The system begins with a highly effective validation phase. Gurus and readers interpret the seeker's dreams and signs, assuring them that their intuition about the connection is correct. For a grieving person, finally feeling seen builds immediate, deep trust. Once that trust is established, a shift occurs in how the seeker makes decisions. They are encouraged to look away from their internal compass and start relying on external interpretations, asking what a reader thinks or what the collective energy indicates. This creates a state of emotional dependency. Followers often reach a point where they cannot navigate a single day without consulting tarot cards, looking for angel numbers, or seeking constant status updates. This flowchart maps the cycle. A pain trigger leads to seeker reading, providing temporary relief, but unaddressed wounds build increased tolerance. As tolerance builds, the cycle accelerates. The relief window shrinks to nothing, requiring an ever-increasing volume of emergency readings to maintain baseline emotional stability. Through this engineered loop, a person looking for healing is transformed into a captive, daily active user, dependent on the platform for their sense of peace. Once dependency is established, the messaging shifts. The comforting validation of the early phase is replaced by fear-based selling. The platform begins highlighting manufactured crises, warning seekers of energetic interference, karmic blocks, or that their reunion is stalled by low frequency. Every invisible problem is paired with a paid solution. This checkout screen shows how abstract spiritual concepts are bundled with high price tags. Followers are told they must purchase clearings or rituals to resolve the crisis. Genuine spiritual growth is an internal process that doesn't require a transaction. This model, however, treats divine connection like a subscription service that must be maintained through constant payment. The revenue of the manipulator relies on the continued existence of these terrifying invisible problems that only their paid services claim to fix. This reveals a fundamental conflict of interest at the heart of the industry. A seeker who is truly healed and self-reliant no longer needs the product. The data shows a direct inverse relationship. As the blue line for the seeker's independence rises, the red line for the guru's revenue plummets. To protect their income, the community is incentivized to keep the seeker's emotional wounds open. By agitating fears of rejection and abandonment, they ensure the customer keeps returning for answers. This creates a paradox where the system is mathematically incentivized to prevent the very healing it promises to provide. Many victims reach a breaking point when they realize they have drained their bank accounts and abandoned their own identity while stuck in survival mode. They find themselves exhausted by the very process that was supposed to save them. Authentic spiritual guidance functions differently. A true mentor works to strengthen the seeker's internal compass, with the ultimate goal of making themselves obsolete. Reclaiming autonomy requires clear action, stopping the constant consumption of spiritual content, protecting your finances from emotional spending, and returning to silence to hear your own intuition. Alignment leaves your financial stability and your peace of mind intact. The reliance on external validation fades, replaced by a quiet, steady return to your own authority.